It started in 1966, really, and we had, the Braves had moved to Atlanta. There's a brand new stadium was built for the Braves, and the Braves made a commitment to the leadership in Atlanta to put as many events in the stadium as we could to help pay for it. And the World Cup in England was being publicized on a world basis, in the United States even. And there was very little soccer really in the U.S., and certainly none in Georgia. Very little soccer. But I saw an article in the Sporting News and decided that I'd give them a call because they were forming a league. I went to a meeting in New York in May of '66. The World Cup happened in July in England. It was one of the great games, the finals, where England beat Germany in overtime and got great publicity. And we bought a franchise in August of 1966. I had never seen a soccer game in my life. Well, the ownership gave me the responsibility of putting events into the stadium, and I looked at soccer as 16 openings for the stadium. The key to what we did really was we hired a young English former player named Phil Woosnam. And Phil and I hit it off real well, and he came over, took a look at Atlanta, made a commitment to come over, bring his family. We made a conscious decision to try to tailor the team to what we felt were the needs in Atlanta, and that's every player had to speak English. Every player committed to spend as much time as possible in the community. And if you look at the records over '67 and '68, we drove the participation, both boys and girls, and men and women, which was looked upon and was the most successful in the league. You got to go back and see where Atlanta was in '68. It was kind of a downer time to start. Dr. King had just gotten assassinated on April 4th, and you had Bobby Kennedy getting assassinated in May. So the mood of the country in a lot of areas was not at the highest peak. It was a booming city trying to emerge from the old South. This was to be the new South, and I think soccer, and the Chiefs in particular, helped Atlanta get an international reputation. We didn't expect it, but we were there. We almost got beaten in the semifinals by Cleveland, and then in the last 2 or 3 minutes we tied and scored and finally won the game. But no, and across the U.S., everyone congratulated Atlanta for winning its first professional championship. The interesting thing about the Chiefs, in '69, the league fell apart, but we finished second that year. And then in '72, we were in the equivalent of a soccer bowl. We got beat by Dallas 2-1 in the finals. So we had a pretty good success there too. The Braves owned the Chiefs, and the Chiefs won in 1968. And then 26 years later, they won a championship in baseball. So the first two championships for Atlanta were won by Braves. We're pretty proud of that.